Good rising, good rising. I am restarting the space here. Looks like I could not be heard, but I am going to do the whole space over again. Could I get a hello and a wave if I can now be heard? Excellent. So guess what? I just went through that whole entire space and I am going to have to restart it again. It looks like I can be heard. So I'm going to get it and let's get going. My goodness. Thank goodness I have a photographic memory here. I can now hear myself. I'm going to have to send this info out to my guest too to make sure that my guest has the info. But good rising, everyone. Could you do me a solid and start retweeting this specific space? And let me send this. Tag my guest here, okay? So welcome to the Bitcoin universe. We are going to do the universal greeting, and I'm going to see if I can do two things at once. Okay, at JameX. Where is JameX? New space started. Beijing, ni hao. Hey, London, hello, top of the morning to you. That is correct. Top of the morning to you, London. Lisbon. Hey, Lisbon, you're not yet. It's Los Angeles. That's your turn, Los Angeles. Hey, Los Angeles. Paris, bonjour. Paris, I went through a whole little thing with you. Yeah, I was doing a whole thing where I was telling you that I was learning French now. Absolutely. Because I want to be able to talk French. And I am watching a Netflix show with a beautiful family from Paris. They do the real estate, and I'm watching it without subtitles so that I can come back here and have a whole show in French one day. Won't that be cool? So yes, Paris, bonjour. Lisbon, hola. I did mention that Lisbon, there is going to be a conference happening in the, when's that going to be happening? The conference will be happening. I see. Okay. My guest has arrived and I'm going through the whole entire intro again. And I will just share with you all that we started the original space and there was technical difficulties. So I had to restart the space. So if you can all do me a favor and reach out to your friends and your family and your neighbors and your dogs and your cats and everybody in the whole entire world, this is going to be really exciting. So let me just go through my intro, my housekeeping, and then I am going to welcome our guest. I'm tingling with excitement because our guest is quite amazing. Okay. So let me get back at it. I was doing some universal greetings. Sweden. Hey, HEJ. And did I say hello, Hong Kong? Hello, Hong Kong. And give me a thumbs up out there if you can all hear me, because I want to make sure we can be heard. And we are recording this. Okay. Toronto. Good day, Toronto. Absolutely. Absolutely, Toronto. How you doing? And Tokyo, get a load of this, guys. Konnichiwa, Turkey, merhaba. That rhymes. I say that all the time because I love words and I love rhyming. Listen, my name is Trudeeart, okay? This is the Universe Wallet. It is an indexer, it's an explorer, it's a marketplace, and inscribing, plus the leaderboard tracker for the dot swap, runes, trading, and copy trading bot. That's a lot of words, okay? Listen, it's all on bitcoinuniverse.io, unleashing Bitcoin's full potential. Bitcoin has massive potential, by the way. You seeing the potential Bitcoin has, like all-time high? Are you guys excited out there? We'll talk a little bit about it. But guess what? This is making the Universe Wallet your all-in-one solution to manage all your assets in one place. And on my last show, which again, we had to restart. So please like and retweet the space and let everybody know that we have a new link for it. I'm going to try to get this out on the Discord as well. But I want to just get through this intro. So I was mentioning that the universe is expanding its family. Absolutely it is. You will note now that the universe now supports, well, has always supported ordinals, ERC20, runes. And I said, get your runes on, okay? Get your runes on. Get your rune 0 from the Bitcoin universe and make sure you're minting, okay? Or just get onto bitcoinuniverse.io and start hunting around and searching around the site. But Bitcoin Universe supports TAP. Actually, the wallet is built on top of TAP. It supports DMT, UNAT, Bitmaps, LRC20, SRC20, because it's SWA, baby. And I will share with you what SWA means. Domains, stamps, ARC20, DUS20, Alkanes, OP20. By the way, OP20, congratulations. You now have your own marketplace. Good for you. Yeah. Universe gave you a marketplace. How cool is that? And OP20 name registration. My goodness. How exciting is that? Have fun with that. Okay. Then there's the names. Listen, really important with the names. Go over, hit register, click universe names. Name your wallet. Name your universe wallet. Anything you want. Link your wallet, click register, and then guess what? You can head over to tools, hit chat, and look me up. My name is Trudeeart, and you start chatting to me. How cool. Welcome to Bitcoin On-Chain Messenger, one of the first and only wallets that does that. Hey, that's a lot of plugging for the universe, okay? Because here's what we're really here to do. Here's what we're really here to do. We are about to SWA, baby. What does that stand for? Stamp with attitude. That is correct. And I'm going to start with the word parallax. Parallax, okay? I'll tell you a little bit more about that. The apparent displacement or difference in the position of an object when viewed from two different vantage points or lines of sight. Why did I just say that word? That word was given to me by our guest. I always ask for 3 words to describe the guest, but in this case, I think our guest, JameX, that is right. Get excited. Oh my goodness. Yes. And we're going to get more people in here because we got to get them the link and all of that. And I'll go in the Discord and I'll do that. But I am so excited, so honored to have this talent here. And let me just share a little bit about JameX. Okay. So he gave me 3 words. Thank you. Parallax, confusion. Confusion. Thrive. Okay. Thrive. Hey, if you want to join in this adventure that we're about to take, do yourself a solid. Make sure you have one screen on this site, okay? JAMEX.cargo. jamex.cargo.site. That's where I am at right now. And let me tell you, here we go. When you get to this site, what you're going to see here, let me tell you a little bit about it. BTC. Hey, JameX actually does ordinals too, but he's going to talk about stamps today. On the site, it says, explore the world of ordinals and stamp ecosystem on Bitcoin. Discover the exciting evolution of Bitcoin with ordinals and the stamp ecosystem. Ordinals introduce a groundbreaking way to inscribe unique digital artifacts directly onto the Bitcoin blockchain, creating a new realm of possibilities for NFTs and digital collections. These are his words. Meanwhile, the stamp ecosystem, get ready for it, leverages Bitcoin's security, keyword security, to enable decentralized censorship, okay, resistant data storage. I love that. Listen to this. The stamp ecosystem leverages Bitcoin security to enable decentralized censorship-resistant data storage. JameX says together they unlock innovative opportunities for creators, collectors, and developers to build, trade, and preserve value on the world's most secure blockchain. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Now let me welcome this amazing artist. JameX, are you out there? We're going to get more people here. Oh, let me tell you, if you thought that was fun, mesdames et messieurs, we are about to take flight. Store your baggage in the upper compartments because we're about to take off now. JameX, once I mute myself, sir.
Hey, guys.
Please come aboard.
Hi, Drew.
Oh, JameX. Is
Yeah.
that you?
How's everyone?
Oh my God. Loving your voice, loving your vibe. And I got to be honest, I have to tell the truth. I was a listener of a interview that you did with the Bitcoin Ape, and I
Sure,
loved
sure.
it. A
Hi,
few
Bitcoin.
Yes, yes. So here's how we're going to do it, and I think you already know, but I am going to ask you to tell us your story. Start from as early as you can remember how you got started into art, then walk us into your process, walk us into when you got the art and you moved over to the digital side, Bitcoin, and just let us just immerse ourselves into who you are.
Who am I? Well, it's a important question, I think. Well, I'm Javier from Mexico. Uh, I don't know if I consider myself an artist during my life. I mean, I always loved to draw, and I used to do it a lot. I, uh, but I never consider myself like, okay, I'm gonna be an artist and I'm gonna sell my art. But I don't know. I had so many jobs in my life. I used to be an industrial designer, and I work in factories, and I used to design. I don't know, POV or POP, or I don't know how it's called, like furniture for Walmart. I don't know. I had many jobs in my life, and around 30 years old, 10 years ago, I'm 40. I decided to that I love animation and I wanted to be part of the animation industry. And I sort of start working in an animation studio in Mexico doing cartoons. It was fun. It wasn't the best cartoons in the world, but it was an animation studio and the work was super fun. And then COVID came, and and the animation studio where I used to work went bankruptcy, and somehow I was so keen into the NFT. I had a lot of art that I don't know if art. I had a lot of like things I made in my life, like files. I don't know, gifs or scenes or random ideas I have. And I started selling them as NFTs, and somehow it worked for a while. Like I was part of the craze of 2021. Like everybody was locked in lockdown in their houses. Buying, it was fun time. And I've been here since then. Like I think I've been just riding the wave as much as I can of NFTs with a lot of self doubt and uh, some moments of victory, some moments of a lot of frustration. And yeah, I have a bunch of friends that they're super savvy on all the crypto stuff. I mean, I have Bitcoin. I've been a holder of Bitcoin for many years now. Not a big holder. I used to have Bitcoin and then I sold it. And it when I heard about Bitcoin the first time, it was with the Kaiser guy, Michael Kaiser, Stacy Herbert. I don't remember his name, Max Kaiser, and it was on the channel Russia Today on YouTube. When the channel of Russia Today on YouTube wasn't something that polemic, right? We're speaking about 10 years ago. And I don't know, Bitcoin totally made sense to me. Like, oh, okay, yeah, that's the money of the future. And of course, I wanted to buy, but I don't know. I was in Mexico 10 years ago. Like using the credit card in the internet wasn't as secure. I don't know. It took me a while to buy, but so eventually I bought some Bitcoin and I was very happy about it. Then I sold it and I bought a computer.
And a
Uh,
pizza?
yeah, something like that, right? Like, no. Well, when I think about all the money because the last 4 years, I've been only my main income has been crypto. So and yeah, in some points, I'm gonna say I made some money, and but I also wanted to live, right? So I travel a little. I don't know, I bought a car, and when I take into account how much, I don't know, Bitcoin or Ethereum I have spent, it's like, oh God, I know I should be holding it, but this is the money I'm making, I have to spend it too, right? Uh, well, yeah. In some point of all this NFT adventure, some friends told me that I should. I saw when Ordinals started, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, they invented a new thing. Sounds interesting. But then some people convinced me the same day to make some Ordinals, and I'm gonna say I know the stamps and Ordinals have like a fight. There is like yeah, like a fake. I don't know. We're like football teams. Anyway, but I'm very grateful to Ordinals because I think my biggest sale on the NFT world was one of the first Ordinals I made because it was really low on the number, on the total number account. And yeah, and I happened to be friends with Arwin. I was friends with Arwin because we were in the Pepe gang. I don't know. I made Pepe's like for 1 year. I was doing Pepe's, and I really got along with Arwin. He's such a crazy, interesting guy, and he happened to live in Tulum, in Mexico.
Oh,
So, and then yeah, after he saw that I sold the Ordinal and I was super happy, he told me like, "Hey, we're making this thing that is gonna kick ass, right?" Like, he, but at the moment, I mean, I think I'm a little slow sometimes, but sometimes I'm super focused on doing something, and there's a lot of things happening around me, and it's like, oh, super hard to keep up. But yeah, Arwin told me like they were developing the protocol for stamps with Kevin. And I knew about Kevin because Arwin told me like I think one year prior, he told me that he was making a skate website where he wanted to sell like skates with art, and Kevin was doing the art. I don't know, but it was super fun. But anyway, they invented stamps, and yeah, I think I was a little slow. I should minted the well. No, it's not minting, right? It's stamping. I think I should stamp the first stamps, but when I decided to do it, it was already. I think my first stamp was already about in the thousands, and I was a little disappointed of me because oh no, I could make like the I don't know the first 20 at least, right? Because I knew that that has some value, right? Uh, and yeah, the thing I remember when I started on NFTs, the idea of having the art inside of a crypto coin that is there forever, it sounded super interesting to me. Not because today, I think it's super interesting for the future, like 100 years in the future when we're all dead or we're mixed with the machine or whatever is gonna happen. Uh, I found it super interesting, but yeah, after 5 minutes later, I understand that it was a lie. Like the art of I don't know Ethereum is not really on chain. I mean, if the interplanetary file system, I mean, it's a very cool name, failed, the art is gone, right? And and that I kept thinking about that for a long time, like one of the many things you think during the day, and then when I hear about it, like I learned how stamps work and that it was actually in the blockchain forever and in Bitcoin, right? In the main blockchain. I found the idea mesmerizing. I don't know, I love it. And yeah, there's people making amazing stamps, like super. I'm not gonna say high fidelity, but super crisp pixel art like Viva or Luambris. But be them, it's super expensive. I mean I know it's super expensive because it's gonna be there forever, and you're taking space inside the Bitcoin network. That it's not really made for that, right? Uh, but after a while, I was a little obsessed with what to do with stamps, and yeah, somehow naturally I started making some animated stamps. Like it was hard to make in the sense that it was super expensive, and there was a lot of like tweaks that you had to do to make it look right, and it was a whole experimentation. But I think for 3 months I went super obsessive doing like a sort of narrative collection, and in the end that always happens to me because I think I'm not an artist. I don't know if I'm an artist or not. I like to make cartoons. I love making cartoons. I love the parallax effect of a cartoon where you can see like a 2D flat background. I love the scenery of 2D animation. And I don't know, the last couple of months I've been having so much fun with AI because many people around me always telling me that I should try to make cartoons and blah blah. And I tried the last 4 years, and it was always like, I don't know, it's not there yet, or I don't feel a connection with what I'm doing. In the end, the AI does whatever it wants. But the last couple of months, it's been like, whoa, like you can make a cartoon with AI now, like it's crazy. And then, well, that's something cool. Maybe I don't know if it's 100% like a fact, but I'm making right now an animation for the BTC conference next week on Vegas.
Oh,
and
wow.
that's super cool. I mean, I need to finish it. I think it has to be good, so they actually say, okay, it's gonna be there. Uh, but yeah, it's exciting. That's me. Sorry for the long talk. Too.
Well, no, this is what it's all about. Like, my goodness, I got so much out of that. That is absolutely fascinating. Talk a little bit more about the animation because it sounds like that's really your jam.
Yeah, since I was a child, I was super obsessed watching cartoons. I'm not gonna say I'm not an anime. I'm not an otaku guy. I don't know about all the animes.
Naruto?
I mean, sorry,
Naruto?
I never watched Naruto, for example. I know about Naruto and I've seen it, and I found it. I don't know. I found it a little boring. I mean, the art of Naruto is amazing, and I know a lot of people love it. But I guess I'm a little more into movies, anime, serious movies. I love Akira. I love I don't know, Paprika. I love like there's some movies like Akira I've seen 20 times. Sometimes I've seen it frame by frame to analyze how the fuck they did it. I feel I don't know, for me animation is the most magical things human can do, right? And yeah, I used to work in this Mexican studio called Anima Studio that makes movies. We made a series for Netflix. If you're ever on Netflix and you look for Legend Quest,
What?
I mean it's a cartoon movie.
Please, the name of it again. May I look that up?
The Legend Quest. It's not a movie, it's a series.
The Lane Inquest?
The Legend Quest.
The Legend Quest.
And well, in Spanish is Las Leyendas. And there's many movies about Las Leyendas. They usually go like The Legend of the Mummy, The Legend of the Mexican theme base stuff, right? Like, they're terrible. They're horrible. I admit it. They're horrible. It's crazy that now I can do alone with AI something way better in 1 week than that studio could make in 1 year.
Wow. So I'm looking at this. So you're a part of this whole Legend Quest?
Yeah, I worked there when we did it. I don't know. It was like, or it's already like what, 6 years ago.
Released February 24th, 2017. A teen who can talk to ghosts puts his skills to use when evil forces threaten his village. Wow, interesting.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, watch it. This it's not really good,
Oh,
but okay. It was fun. It was super fun to make. And animation, as all the animators always tell people, is like it's so hard to make, so hard to make.
yeah, I'm going to be honest here. When I asked you about the animation, my my mic got muted and I could not hear you. So the last thing I actually heard was that cartoons was a big part of your world as a child. And then I mentioned Naruto, and you said not really your jam. What was your jam, and how did you get so immersed into the animation world?
Damn, I mean, I was a child in the 90s, right? I was a child mid 80s, 90s, more in the 80s, I think. So I think we were in the peak of civilization, right? Of Western civilization. There were so many cartoons. I mean, we grew up watching cartoons, right? More, more like exponentially more than our parents, because it was the era when He-Man, right? And I don't know, G.I. Joe, and when marketing of toys was very straightforward of cartoons, and I don't know, I love all of those, like He-Man, the Ghostbusters. I don't know, I can mention a million of them. But I think I was super impressed with Dragon Ball. When Dragon Ball started playing in Mexico, it had an impact, because we didn't never watch anime in Mexico until, I don't know, 87. And then I remember that I bought a VHS cassette with some Dragon Ball, and it had Evangelion, and it had Akira. And I remember I watched them on Japanese with no subtitles, but I was super blown away. Like, and I don't know, I think I kept blown away by cartoons inside my heart for a long time. Uh, I never thought that I could work on cartoons. It wasn't something in my mind. I don't know. I come from a very, I'm not going to say strict family, but I come from a very industrial working family where you need to work. And if you need to work, you need to do machines and I don't know, stuff like that, right? And it never crossed my mind that I could work on animation. But then I started doing animation in my own on my computer, and it was super fun. I still think it's the most fun I have.
Yeah, and you can really see it in your art, because I'm a fan of your art, and there's a lot of movement in your
Thank
art.
you.
It's not just it's not just the stillness of it for the imagination to run wild. You can see the movement in your art, right? So that's been a big theme.
Well, but I think, yeah, because when I started doing NFTs, it was like, okay, we're doing art, right? So for me, I mean, I love art, I love museums, but I understand there's digital art and animated art and blah blah blah. But for me, like doing art is like a picture, right? Like something you look for a while, like a steady image. I don't know. I thought, I think I got a, I didn't understand exactly what was I doing on NFTs, because yeah, sometimes I made like animations, but the animations take so much time to make, and I'm gonna say I'm not the best drawer or animator in the world. Like I know there's people that can animate crazy things, right? And maybe I'm slow, right? And for the things I wanted to do is it was like super hard. So sometimes I just made just images, but I think that wasn't my thing. I sound a little confused because I think I was confused for a long time on NFTs about what the hell am I doing here, like not knowing what, like, my way. And recently, yeah, the last 2 months that I started doing animation on the I've been like, oh my god, I found my place. I should be doing this.
Oh.
I don't know how mix it with selling NFTs, but I, at least now I know I want to do this and think later about how to monetize it or whatever.
So interesting. So art then, it's obviously something you love. So is this something that like you're pursuing then full time? Because as I talk to artists, like there's so many different varying you know, levels of the art. Some are doing it for hobby, some are trying to transition into full time. Like, where are you currently at in this? It sounds like it's a full time endeavor.
Yeah, for me right now it's a full time endeavor. I mean, I never pursue it that way. I used to have a job. I used to work in factories. I worked for a pharmaceutical company for a long time. Like I was more in the money side of stuff. Like I wanted to do business. Then I had like a media company for a long time. I used to work for museums and blah blah blah. But I think that working in the media company and I started doing more videos and more animations, like let's say motion graphics and stuff like that. Eventually, it led me to no, I really like doing this. I don't want to work in factories anymore. And when I started working in the animation studio, for me it was like a good place because I mean it was like okay, I'm doing what I like, that is doing cartoons, and I have a steady job, right? Like nobody could tell that an artist, a crazy artist bomb trying something impossible. Like there's an animation industry, they hire animators, like people watch media. Media has to be done by people. But yeah, after COVID, it was yeah. I mean, I know for everyone, COVID was super weird. Um, After 6 months of not having a job, uh, I mean, I was trying to look for a job, but everything was low. Everything was low, and then when I started selling NFTs, it was crazy because suddenly it was like, oh my god, somebody paid me a fortune for my drawings. No, it was hard to come back. Then I actually got like an offer because then animation after 1 year in COVID, I think animation started to grow a lot because it was easier to make animation than filming. Because making animation, people can work at home, blah blah blah. And so it started the like the studios started to have a lot of work, and it was really easy to get hired by companies. Uh, but then what happened was like, okay, we can pay you this, right? I don't know, we can pay you. I'm gonna say $2,000 a month, and you can work in this cartoon. But working in cartoons is like a 12-hour a day job. Um, in that moment, for the money I was making selling NFTs compared to cartoons, to working in a like a regular animation studio, it was like no way, no way, right? Like in 1 week I can sell $5,000 of a Pepe. Like I'm not gonna go back for to that. And even now that the NFT sales has gone really down, when I think about, and then of course I need money, right? I need something to live out. I need some income. Like I started thinking, well, maybe I should go back to the animation industry. That is blah blah. But I've been on NFTs for so long that it's a little hard to like go back and hey, hi, I'm a DJ and I want to do cartoons. And also, yeah, the wages are terrible. So even if you're gonna work for a Mexican company, you're gonna make no money. But,
So the commerce part of things is oftentimes what pulls us away from our love, right? We want to do what we love, and you have that pull, right? Try.
yeah, that necessity of buying food.
Yeah, and I think that's I often am so interested in hearing the full story of the artist because we just see the art and we don't hear like all that's behind it, the love, the passion, the desire to be there, and then the support that you artists need because you need the support so that you can stay there. I mean, your creations are quite amazing. In fact, the Bitcoin
No, thank you.
listen, let's be honest here. Okay, the Bitcoin ape just pinned something here. Robot cemetery, no crew, no render farm, just me, a browser, and some ideas. And honestly, I'm a little shocked. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. I mean, I've been so impressed with the AI stuff that. Mm, well, somebody I have a cousin that lives in Palo Alto, California. I'm very proud of the guy. He works at Apple, and he works with video reconnaissance, and so from a long time he's been always telling me, "Hey, you should check this because for the animation industry is gonna be a hit, and you should try it, and you should try it." And I don't like when the Ghibli stuff of ChatGPT started, it was like, okay, I'm gonna try it again, right? Like, and I don't know, one weekend it was like, I'm gonna try to make a cartoon only using ChatGPT and the tools available. And my mind was super blown away. Like, wow, this is crazy. And then I just started thinking with the thing a lot, like learning what is good for what, like what applications do we have, where is good to make the image, like the pipeline, right? Like I started like doing a pipeline to make animation, and I started doing that robot girl. I don't know, it was something I just was doing like robot girls like men do all the time
Yes,
on
like
the
men do.
yeah, like I don't know why we like robot girls, and I
Cat
also it
girlfriends.
was yeah, and I, I wanted to do a kind of generic character because I know that having consistency on the eye was a little hard, and I was
Yeah.
like, okay, this character is simple enough, like it's cool, and I don't know. I just started doing that animation of the road cemetery. Like I had the girl on the bike, and then it was like, well, let's do something. I just came out with a story. It's not the best story in the world, but I've been doing a little of animations like that for like the last 3 months, I think. I mean, I also have the. I know it's a stamp. I know it's a stamp talk, but I'm doing an ordinal project with a couple of friends that it's like a mining company. And when you hold the ordinal, you are part of the mining pool. It's called ACID Genesis. I cannot paste it here because I'm in the laptop and it doesn't allow me. But and we're actually gonna be on Vegas with a booth there of the project. The project is called ACID Genesis, and I've been doing some like the project is this cool character sci-fi, the stuff I like, and I I wanted since the beginning try to sell the idea of a world, right? Like we have these characters and we have this story that is based on the future where people is gonna mint the last Bitcoin, and there's like super big corporations fighting over it.
Oh, wow, that sounds
And
interesting.
yeah, right, like we had a cool story, and for me it was like, okay, we want to sell the collection, we have to sell the world.
Yeah.
But 6 months ago, if I had to make that world happen, I needed to draw it,
Mm.
right? Like I needed to draw all the companies, I needed to draw scenarios, concept arts, and it was like baffling. Like I mean, I knew we had to do that, but it was like, even I'm not an Asian guy that can draw 50 things in one day, or it's just like too much of a work for one person, right?
Hmm.
But after the AI, it was like, fuck it, let's do it. Like I can do a cartoon of this. Like I can do everything on this. Like it's been so much help. Like be- because let's say 2 years ago, when for me I was like, okay, the thing is speeding you stuff that you write, but it's like you don't have a lot of control on the on that was my belief, right? I never used Mid Journey a lot. Like I don't know, like uh, I don't know if you can actually direct the eye, right? Like
Yeah.
I move the camera here, move the character there, but now you can. It's crazy. I mean, it's not perfect. ChatGPT is a little stupid sometimes, but in the end, it's something from out of this world. Like the last 4 years has been so much out of this world.
Out of this world. Out of this world. I mean, that's a theme, and the AI seems to be a theme, but um and for me it's like you'd think that artists would be resistant to it, but it's helping artists, yes?
I mean, there is this thing where the AI is now not noticeable. I mean, we all consume the thing on screens, right? Of course, if you're in a museum, you can see the painting, and the I don't know, the brush has like a texture, and it's a lot of expression on the texture of the strokes and blah blah. But now we consume the things on the phone. Like we consume images that are like super small, 500 by 600 pixels. And it's indistinguishable now. Like if you see an image or art made by AI, it's like you really need to put attention to see if it's real or not. And that when you blur that line, there is something that what is the point? I mean, what is the point of spending, let's say, for the road cemetery? The first scene, it's like you. The first scene is like a parallax effect of a 2D flat backgrounds. If I needed to draw it, I would need to draw every layer big, so then I can compose them. And I don't know. We're just speaking about how much, 2 weeks, when I can do it now in 4 hours, 3 hours. So I have this friend that is using ChatGPT for his work. That it's more like managing people or stuff like that. And he was telling me no, because having ChatGPT is like having a PhD assistant, right? Like a PhD assistant that can speak all languages. And so he was telling me it's like a 10x on your work. Like working with ChatGPT has given me like a 10x in my workflow. But for animation, it's like 1000x,
Oh, wow.
100x. It, and it's just the beginning. I mean, it's funny because for now there's many AI companies offering video. There's not really use, right? Like, yeah, you could use it on marketing a lot, but I guess the companies that do the marketing are gonna take a while to move from, I don't know, changing their production style and blah 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 to AI, or they're gonna start having both. I don't know. We haven't seen the impact. So for now, the all the AI companies are like trying to sell the product that it doesn't have like a market yet, right? It's gonna have a market in 1 year. So for me, I was thinking, okay, maybe all these tools that I'm using now, mostly for free, they're gonna be super expensive in 1 year. So I don't know. I'm trying to take advantage of that now. It's super accessible, and all the companies are trying to sell you. So all the companies are giving you free credits, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna take advantage of that and create as much as I can, right?
Well, yeah, and very interesting. It is an assistant with a PhD. Like that's a great way to think of it. Because, like I said, I often wondered, well, how are artists viewing this AI? Is it a competitive or is it a compliment? And it sounds like for you, it's an absolute compliment because you said it 1000x helps you, you know?
I seen on Instagram, for example, friends that are artists or they teach art on Instagram or whatever, complaining about, yeah, this thing about no, use real art, no art, blah blah blah. And I think that battle is pointless. I mean, like, yeah, stop using cameras. And for example, for me now, I had this real weird process where when I started doing NFTs, I thought I was a super cool artist, and I had myself like in a pedestal. And I don't know why my imagination thought that I was super super good. When I say super super good, I mean like, I don't know, James Jean. I don't know if people know James Jean. Is this like new artist that he makes a lot like cartoon with art, right? He's really good art. I thought about myself like super skill and after I was like 4 years so immersed on art and watching how skilled people and how they have these amazing concepts and amazing styles and amazing capabilities. In some point, I had this thing about being like honest with myself about my limits. On okay, I'm not the worst, but I need to work a lot, or I'm not that good, right? Like I could make interesting things, but I have my limitations, right? Limitations that could be spoken in time in the end. Like, okay, if I wanted to do something with this quality, for me, it would take 1 year, 1 year doing, I don't know, 10 seconds. And I don't think I'm that kind of person. Like I have like many ideas all the time, and sometimes I want to do that thing, and I want to finish it to do the next thing. and I don't know. Yeah, it's like I'm gonna say like a artist prosthesis, artist assistant. I don't know. Like maybe we're gonna start seeing that if you can do it with your hands, it doesn't matter. But if you can imagine it, it can be possible. And then if you can imagine it, and imagination is gonna become like the thing to value. Like we're gonna start like classifying animation, the imagination of people, and sort of what happens in Blade Runner 2, the movie, where this girl is creating worlds and memories because she's really good at imagining things. I don't know. It's gonna get crazy.
No, very, very cool. Very cool. Boy, there's so many ways that we can go here. I'd like to see if we could kind of walk into some of the things that you've done with the stamp protocol. I know you've
Oh yeah,
done a Pixel Dream collection. And so
yeah.
maybe if we could talk about your Pixel Dream collection, and if I can just remind everyone that I'm over here at jamex.cargo.site. Quite amazing site. Um, quite amazing site. And
Oh, thanks.
if you guys want to follow me on there, jamex.cargo.site. And then also I found you on the NSI directory. I went to index number 1, and you've got quite a few stamps that were selected. I'm looking at stamp number 387881. Love that stamp, and that's used often in the TG. I always see it. Okay.
Which one is it?
Stamp 387881.
No, let me go to. But what's happening? I'm loading the collection, but
Yeah, stamp number 387881. And then I just also want to remind people that I'm also over here on Stamp Ninja, stamp.ninja, and I see all of your stuff here, and it's all animation. And I'm just going to tease you for a second, okay? So just I'm going to tease you.
go.
So I've gone over to bitcoinuniverse.io, and I've gone to trade, and then I hit stamp, and I don't see any of your art there. So maybe we'll talk
No,
about.
I need to list it, right?
Okay, maybe we'll talk about that a little later.
No, yeah, sorry, because this week I'm with the finishing the video for the conference, and I'm like, I need to finish it in 2 days. Like and yeah, I know I need to, yeah, if I'm to list the collection, I need to give it time because it's something I never done, and I don't wanna break the thing.
Yeah, no, we'll talk about that in a second. I was just kind of teasing you, but we'll get to that. But yes, so I am I'm over here looking at a Pixel Dream collection, and like I said, I went to the NSI directory, index number 1, and I was looking at stamp 387881. And then I also went over to stamp.ninja. And if you put JameX in the search bar, you are going to see a collection of all.
Actually, it's still on the homepage. Thanks for the people on Stamp Ninja that put my collection on the homepage. It's there at the center. It's been there for a while. I love it.
Yeah, and I love the fact that if you just put your name in the search bar, all of your stuff populates, which is really cool. So yeah, no, maybe if you could just walk us through the collection, the Pixel Dream collection on Stamp, that would be pretty cool.
Well, yeah, if you look at the whole collection, it's like a little cartoon. Yeah, my idea was like I want to make a collection on stamps, and I was looking at the different things, and it was like, well, there's not like an animated collection. And then it's funny because yeah, like stamps, they need to be really, really small. And I started thinking, well, what can I do with a really small pixel animation? And I don't know if you know the work of Judo. It's an artist that makes like these pixels flowing. I really love his art, and I was always like curious about how he made those pixels flows, right? And I tried to translate a little that vibe to small pixels, right? And I started doing the first what it was 20, no, two. I don't know, like I started doing them, and I was just like stamping them. I wasn't putting them to sell. Like I was just having fun, and I remember that I was spending like I was trying to spend the less amount of money possible. Like also like trying to optimize it so it was cheap. And I don't know. I remember I spent like $50 each stamping or something like that. It was like a cool quest, right? Like okay, I need to do this. It needs to look somehow cool, but it needs to be small. Like yeah, like trying like well, let's see, 2 frames of animation work, 3 frames of animation work. I think most of them are like 5 frames, 6 frames. And yeah, I just released the collection like, hey, I'm doing this. It's a collection of animated stuff, blah blah blah. And I remember that the stamp, I mean the stamp community has always been very vibrant um, and they stick together. I love that. And I don't know, the community really liked them. Some friend told me like, yeah, because not a lot of what's happening on the stamp art scene, and you came out with this super simple animated collection, and people really like it. And luckily, like the first set almost made us sold out. That for me was amazing because yeah, right, like some money, and I got to recover what I spent on the stamping. And then I thought, okay, well, yeah, if people like it, I'm gonna start doing more of the same collection. Like I'm gonna try doing them better, maybe bigger, more detail. And I started the story. I like this guy with the red eyes, and I was like, well, yeah, I'm gonna make like some scenes of this guy in different scenarios, or stuff that vibes with the community, or things that I found funny, like the one of the CIA doesn't sell crack. I found that phrase super funny, and yeah, I made the second set of the art, and I tried to use the same strategy. Like, okay, I'm gonna make them all, and then I'm gonna open them to sell. But then the second time, I think I spent more on the stamping, and they didn't sell all of them, and I was like, I thought I was slapped a little, and then I remember, but something that it was super funny when I did the last one, that it was when Alota released the like the how it how it was called, the rock, the room. Alota made a like a rune based on the ordinal runes for, and I made it like a scene. It was game over, and that was when free wallet had this issue where the stamps were kicked out of free wallet, and the whole deal with this guy that made the free wallet. I don't remember his name now.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember that I finished the last stamp, and we had that scandal, and for me it was like, oh, okay, I can stop for now. Well, in some point, yeah, I had to stop because I think I finished all my Bitcoin to do stamps, and it was like, okay, but this was fun. The I think the last stamps I made, like the last 10 stamps, I really like the motorcycle or the guy on the horse.
What?
I think the most expensive one to make was the guy on the horse with the stamp banner.
Yes, I love. That's the one I love. Everybody uses that as a gift. Very cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Oh, you
Oh,
gotta
yeah.
use it.
It's
Every
like the.
listen, I'm in the TG, and that's all they be posting. Okay.
Oh, really? It's so cool. I love
Yeah,
it
like
because
I
yeah, it's
mean,
like
you are creating culture within the stamp. Like, I mean, listen, I don't want to hype you up, but you're a big deal. Okay, you're a big deal in the stamp, and so I was rather excited that you agreed to come on here, and I just love kind of hearing the fullness of your story, the fullness of your
thank you.
story, like
Oh,
the
thank you for inviting me.
yeah, just the whole story of the. I mean, how you got started with the cartoons, and you're getting in the art and you love it, and I mean you're trying to go closer and closer to what you love, and now animation is pulling you in. But let's continue on, okay, so that I don't pull us away. But I had to say that about that stamp because everybody uses it.
Oh, really? No, no, I love it. Well, I don't know. This stamp is based on one art that Rata Jonki made. that it's like a pixel Cosimo de Medici on a horse. And yeah, that art, I think a lot of people use it like a banner of NFTs. And I wanted to make a banner for stamps, right? So it was like, we need a horse. We need a horse with a flag. And what else? Like, yeah, and I tried to mix a little of the. I mean, there's some stuff that are a little related to what was going on with the stamp community at the time. I have a stamp that it's a shad because in some point Arwin and Kevin and Mike they wanted to revive this character. Um, I have one stamp that is for the miners because I know the miners are super important in the Bitcoin world, but I don't see a lot of art about the miners.
Oh, really? You haven't done anything on Luke, have you? Just kidding.
No, exactly. And I don't know. It, it's funny because every time I speak with Kevin and Arwin, I am always telling them like, no, I want to make a new stamps and blah blah. Because after a while I started learning how this guy I'm telling you judo, which I like. I really love his art. I learned how he makes it, right? That I understand that he was using a software, blah blah, and I think that's super cool to translate it to stamps. But I haven't had the chance to try it because I know that there's a lot of things going on stamps too, right? Like the Olga and blah blah. And I know now it's cheaper to stamp stuff.
Interesting. You're saying now it's cheaper to stamp stuff. Bitcoin is going parabolic here, and I know some of the artists have mentioned a concern about as Bitcoin goes
Ah,
up. What does that mean for all of you, the artists, when you want to stamp or even inscribe for that matter, but especially stamp. And by the way, I love how you describe the stamp. You describe it as being uh, leveraging Bitcoin security to enable decentralized, censorship resistant data storage. I love that. I'm going to use that. Okay. I'm going to steal that and
sure.
I'll give you credit.
Uh,
Okay.
no, thank you. I mean, some AI was involved in writing the website, of course. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's crazy that the stamps are there forever, right? Like I mean, I don't know if somebody's gonna prune Ordinals tomorrow, but
Exactly, same. But what are your thoughts on, are you concerned with as Bitcoin goes up? I mean, obviously it's going to make the art even more precious in our wallets. So peeps, I would be really thinking about collecting today, okay? Art
yeah,
is
because
art
the
is not
prices are
financial
gonna.
advice. Art is love, okay? So this you can't give advice when it comes to art. It's what you love. But if you're wanting to collect art on top of Bitcoin, you need to go have a conversation with yourself in the mirror because as the price of Bitcoin goes up, I see two things. The art goes up, and then are these artists going to be able to continue stamping on top of Bitcoin? So what are your thoughts on that? As Bitcoin goes up, does it pose a challenge for you as an artist to continue to stamp on the blockchain?
I remember last year when we had this. I don't know when they invented something happened. They invented runes or that the P prices of Bitcoin went super high after the halving. After the halving, there was a moment where
Yeah.
the fees of Bitcoin were super crazy. Like, yeah, and I remember watching. Oh, okay, how much would be to stamp this right now? And I was like, no. Like, yeah, I think probably the stamps I made at the beginning were cheaper then because the fees were lower than now. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, for example, something I don't understand is that how the community in general of NFT or crypto Twitter of didn't follow the logic that they were playing. Like it was the logic of, oh, NFTs are it's immutable art that it's on the blockchain of Ethereum, and I don't know, these 6 copies are gonna be there forever. And then they invented Ordinals, and it was like the same thing, but in Bitcoin. and they knew they could be erased. So when they invented stamps, for me the natural thing was that the horde of people were gonna like hit the gates of stamps. But somehow that didn't happen, right? Like stamps didn't went super basurk mainstream like Ordinals did, and I found that super curious. Like,
I have an
what?
explanation, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but continue.
No, no. Tell me. No, just...
Here's the thing. I think that crowds follow people. And I think that within the Ordinals community, which I absolutely love, I think that it's like a very kind of follow the leader, very populist type movement. And I think stamps are organic. Stamps are for individuals. Stamps are for rarity, for collectors that are looking for, like, the rarest of things. And Ordinals kind of packaged the thing very commercially, like it was a kind of a commercial entrance into art on top of Bitcoin. And it's kind of like your Walmart or your Target. Okay. Whereas, hey, this is my this is my opinion. Okay, people.
Mhm.
Whereas I feel like, when you're moving into stamps, you're moving into like a boutique type environment. It's it's kind of like, going into a very kind of self-exploratory experience. You go into the world and you explore the world, and you're finding the different artists that are very committed to their gifts and their talents and what they do, and they're not as um, coordinated with how they present their art. They're unique. Not to say that the Ordinals aren't, but I find that the Ordinals it's kind of like a populist movement. Like, hey, I knew this character over from ETH, and now he's on Bitcoin, and he's in Bitcoin Ordinals because, I mean, expense wise, it makes sense to be in the Ordinals, and he can kind of churn out the stuff he was doing on top of ETH over on Ordinals. That's a crazy way to explain it, but that's how I see it. Okay, whereas there's no coordinated movement. And I think that's because of Mike. Mike is like a maverick in my mind. He's literally a maverick. He's just, like a libertarian type individual. He's like, hey, what if we made this art so that it was secure, just in case, anybody thinks to remove it in the future because they don't like what's happening on top of freedom technology, right? And I think that it attracted other individuals that saw that as, yeah, I think that's important. But there wasn't like a marketing campaign to get people onto Stamp. Does that even make sense what I'm saying?
No, no, yeah, makes sense. I remember I heard this one guy that it's probably like a caller or I don't know, some popular guy. I don't even remember
See,
what
popular.
was the situ yeah, like C popular caller or something like that. And she was like, yeah, like why don't Binance list the runes or whatever? They wanted Binance to list the runes or the I don't know the tokens that they're making on Ordinal. And they're speaking about because when Binance speaks more about stamps sometimes than Ordinals,
Yeah.
like yeah, and they want to push this stamp crap that it's super pixelated and nobody wants, and it's like what's like I don't see what's the real standard here, like because I mean there's some collections on Ordinals that I really like I don't know the Maxi Beat, the Ordinal Maxi Beat. I think it's as a piece of art, I think it's super interesting, but it also had like limitations. It's like pixel, small files, trashy look. Like what is wrong with stamps? I mean, we have Viva stamps that they look super clean and crisp, and it's pixel art. Like, yeah, I never understood why the crowd didn't follow like the logic of the game that they're playing in the end, right? Maybe it was that, as you say, well, because yeah, stamps didn't got like a marketing campaign like Ordinals had with super established websites. I mean, Magic Eden started with Ordinals and now it's bigger than OpenSea. What I don't get is like why they didn't just follow the thread and it was like, okay, yeah, Ordinals, yeah, well, yeah, the next thing to be on Magic Eden is stamps. Like it makes all the sense in the world. I mean, like in the end, Binance doesn't want to list the runes protocols because it's a liability, right? Like you're gonna start people having money on runes and then yeah, something is gonna happen and they purge them and what you gonna say to people, right? But that makes me think that I don't care. Like in 1,000 years, maybe somebody's gonna be exploring the blockchain of Bitcoin that it's gonna probably something super ancient technology, and they're gonna find the art that we made there, and that's gonna that I don't know like I know it's super absurd, like the feeling of feeling rewarded because somebody in the future is gonna look at me like now I will look at the cave art. I don't know. Marcus Aurelius would say that it doesn't make any sense to worry about that stuff, but I found it funny.
Yeah, it's kind of like, are you going to go to are you going to drink box wine? Like, you can get some box wine. You go to the corner store and you get I don't know if they sell box wine or baby duck or something, some cheap bubbly wine. Or are you going to like come over to the Bordeaux's, the Merlots, the Pinot Noirs, do you want fine wine? Like, that's the stamp. Okay. That's the
Or
stamp.
it, or it's or it's just like a different game, right? Because also we also know that NFTs is like a game with images that we speculate on, and sometimes those images can be $1 million, and that game was replicating over and over with the apes, with the puppets, with the and maybe people is more interested in that game. It's not like I mean the Bored Apes are okay, the style is cool, blah blah, but they're not the highest piece of art in the world. Right? Maybe well, that's maybe a fact that some people don't care. They care of the game of selling and selling low piece of image and selling high, right?
Well, yeah.
And yeah, stamps doesn't really. I always thought that all these like meme coins that they're trying to do on Bitcoin or like these games that they want to do on Bitcoin that way doesn't work that well because Bitcoin in the end is slow. So you cannot get as frenetic as you're gonna have to wait sometimes 1 hour to for this. And and yeah, the game of the stamps is that okay, this is actually there forever. Like well, forever worldly times.
Yes, yes. No, no, exactly. I mean, we could go on with this conversation on stamp versus ordinals, and I appreciate both of them as you do because you have art on both. But we know that there is a place for stamp and there's a place for ordinals. And you mentioned like there's a lot of token art, like the PFPs, and you can do well in trading the PFP art. And then there's the like the individual artistic pieces that are often done on stamps. Um, Very, very interesting and very, very cool. So we were kind of getting into your art, and like, are you still doing stamp art? I see quite a bit of it still for sale here on
Yeah,
Stamp
please
Ninja,
people, please people,
guys.
buy them all.
Yeah, guys, because we want to support you and we want to get you on the Bitcoin Unified. Okay, BitcoinUniverse.io would love, love, love
Yeah, no, I promise
see
I'm
some of your
gonna
stamps. So
after I come back from Vegas, I'm gonna put the work of opening a new market. Yeah, why not?
So we're
And
gonna
I
we're
know,
gonna
I mean,
see some of your stamps on Bitcoin Universe.
yeah, and I want to make a new stamp based on the things I told you about the judo artist that I learned how to make stuff like him, and I want to make one of those. But yeah, I'm gonna have to wait until Vegas finish.
Okay, okay. So yeah, there's so that is coming. Put that on your calendar. And if you're wanting to check out some pieces, I'm over here on stamp.ninja. And
Yeah, please. I'll let you know when I'm doing it. So
yeah,
definitely.
please
Yeah.
tag the Bitcoin Unified. Yeah, Please tag the Bitcoin
Thank you.
Unified when you do that. Whoever's doing the sound effects, love it. Love it. Keep them coming. I don't know who's doing it, but I love it. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, friends. For the friends that are here, thanks a lot for all the support. I mean, you all been amazing with me. Kush, great friend, Marty, EA, all of you, Babalicious.
Yeah, we want to continue supporting your art. So again, go to stamp.ninja, take a look. There's quite a few pieces here. And you know what? They're modestly priced. Modestly priced.
No, I'm terrible on pricing stuff. I mean, for me, I would give them all at $10, but I remember Arwin was always like no, stop putting so low prices, because I also have a bunch of like early stamps, like around 1,000 numbers and stuff like that.
Are you serious? You have stamps in the thousands for sale right now, or no?
They're probably for sale, but I don't know if they're lower 1,000. I mean, they're like 1,000
no,
and 400.
I see them. Yeah. No, I see stamp 1535 here. That's for 2.9.
Yeah, no. And Arwin was like, no, I have to put them at better prices.
Screaming. Arwin, get out of here. Let him put whatever. No, he's right. He's right. You gotta.
Is he on the space now?
Yeah.
Maybe. Arwin is always somewhere. He's in Portugal or France or.
Yeah. Okay, so let's we're about to open up for questions, but let's get all the places where we can go to kind of look at your art, to check you out and give you support, because there is the website jamex.cargo.site. You are going to get the fullness of JameX, okay? A groundbreaking fusion of art and blockchain. Collect exclusive NFTs while minting Bitcoin through our innovative Ordinal art collection. Hey, I got to mention it. Created in collaboration with Primers. Join us. ASICS Genesis collection, P Miners, Twitter of the project. Okay. And you can go to the X page there. We're all the places that we can get the fullness of JameX. And where will you be? Because it sounds like you're going to be in Vegas. Can we reach out and come and talk to you if we head there too?
Sure,
give us the info. Give us the info.
I'm gonna be on we have a booth on the main stage. I mean, on the main thing. I don't know, like somewhere there. We're gonna be there. ASIC Genesis. I made a design super flashy and green. So people, I'm gonna be there almost every day of the convention, speaking about the project. There's the Bitcoin magazine has like a gallery where a lot of friends are gonna be, like, I don't know, Skrilla and Pepenardo, and I'm sending them a video that they're gonna put there. I hope they like it and they put it. I mean, I need to finish it very soon. But I mean, I'm super thrilled and nervous of putting a piece on the main gallery of art of the Bitcoin conference. I'm super happy. I mean, I hope it goes well, that they like it. They haven't seen what I'm making, so I don't know. So I hope it goes well. What else? Well, I have a mess of websites. After being 4 years on NFTs, I've been on Tezos, Ethereum, Solana, Bitcoin, stamps. But and last year I got my Ethereum wallet stolen.
Oh my!
Because I'm super stupid. But well, my old main account where I used to mint all my Ethereum work got stolen, and I just started a new one.
Oh my god!
Let me share that to you people. I mean, I'm uploading cartoons there, and any cartoon you buy, the money helps me keep doing cartoons. Yeah, no, last year I made a mistake and I lost my wallet. They stole me. I mean, not a crazy amount of money, but they stole me some money, and but yeah, it feels so bad. But I think after a while, if you're on NFTs and crypto world, after a while, you're gonna get your wallet drained eventually, once at least.
Yeah, you mentioned that, and I'm in a couple of different groups right now, and that is happening as we speak. someone was drained quite a bit of their Bitcoin tokens.
Oh, really? I'm Bitcoin, damn.
Yeah, so they were trying to figure out, what it was, and it looks like it could have been a staking site. So you have to be careful when you're
No,
staking.
yeah, exactly. It happened. That's the way it happened to me too with the Ethereum account. I was trying to stake in some second layer, and I remember I only clicked like the site that the staking, like it was like something legit apparently, and no, I got all the money stolen on the account. But look,
Yes, yeah. So you really got to be careful. You really got to be careful. Okay, so I also want to mention, you were mentioning the Vegas conference, and for some of you that are not aware, that's May 27th to 29th, May 27th, 29th, Bitcoin 2025. Man, it looks like it's going to be power packed with some really big speakers as well. JD Vance, Ross Albrecht, Michael Saylor, Cynthia Loomis, David Sachs, Bo Hines, Vlad, the Robin Hood guy, and Adam Back, Jack Mallers, just a ton of people. So that's pretty cool that you're going to be there. You're going to have so put that on your calendar, people. Tickets are still for sale. You got 2 days, 12 hours, 31 minutes, and 18 seconds to get your tickets, May 27th to 29th. So you're going to be there. And you've also got an Instagram, right?
I have an Instagram. Yeah, I don't use it much. I mean, I just upload stuff and never check it. It's JameX Corporation. I'm putting. I'm sorry. I'm putting the links on the post of the space on Twitter.
Please do. Please put all your links. And
Because
peeps, make sure you're following at JameX. Like if you want to know where the future is headed, follow JameX because he's already there. He's already embraced AI and he's leveling up with his art, with the animation. And the stamps that I'm looking at, they are animated, they are living, they are moving. So your art doesn't have to just be still. Be still and know that he is JameX for sure, but also know that he moves. And there's a ton of moving art here. I'm loving tons of it. And like I said, modestly priced. And if you want some of the rare stuff like stamps below 5,000, he's got them. And they're still very nicely priced as well. There's a GM stamp. Nobody buy that. Back off right now. Okay?
no, super,
Back it up.
super cheap. I mean, the first stamps I made, some of them look like weird pixel art because I think I was learning how to make pixel art and actually make it look good. It's super funny. And in the beginning of stamps, we had this rule that stamps were 24 pixels by 24 pixels. And I made the stamp of 24 pixels by 24 pixel. I don't know. The first stamps are a little wacky, right? Like, then I started stamping some Moffers, from the Moffers collections from some friends. Yeah, no. It's funny because stamps reminds me fun times.
Fun times, eh?
Fun times in the computer with your friends, with your digital friends.
And such a great community too. Like I love that, you can always in Stamp it's like you can call a friend. There's always somebody to jump in and help you, and because it's such an organic community and everybody's really supportive. That's what I'm talking to the artists, I think that's a big part of the story because a lot of people, when we have these spaces, like my focus is really on the artist because before the art is the artist. Who is the artist? Because we're really buying into you. And I find that is why we also love Stamp because we're buying into the community. So that's kind of cool. So hey, make sure you're following JameX. I see some folks that are wanting to speak. Okay, and so if you want to ask a question, is that okay if we take a couple questions? Because we've now taken 90 minutes of your time, sir, and we really appreciate it. So buy his stamp right now, everybody.
Yeah, let's do it, and then I need to go back to finishing the video. But They just released a video that we had for Acid Genesis. I would love if I can show it to you people.
Yes.
But yeah, I hate that I cannot put links when I'm in the computer on the Twitter of the computer. I don't know how to share links on the space. No, I think I can't. Well, anyway, if you go to my homepage, you can see the new Acid Genesis video.
Yeah, Bitcoin Ape, if you can pin that up there, we know that you're really great at that. That'd be great.
Thank you, Bitcoin Ape.
Yeah, okay. So do we have any questions? Would you like to come up? I see someone that became a speaker and then left. That was at Meta Mushrooms, multi-dimensional artist. Come on, get back here. The shrooms are talking.
Come back, Kush. Kush is one of my best friends on the NFT space. It's one of my. It's among the first people I knew, right? Kush. He's one of the people that he's been doing AI videos for a long time, and he was among the people that he was like, "Hey, you have to try it. You have to try it." And we made a collaboration recently for the contest of Runway.
All right, I came back.
Hey man.
I wasn't sure why I was made speaker. I think it was like by accident, so I didn't want to get JameX in trouble with the community for hogging the mic.
Are you in Mongolia?
Come on, Chris. Come on, Chris.
No.
Spit the fire here. What do you tell us some stuff about JameX? Tell us a little bit about you and then jam on JameX. Come on.
Kush has been one of my biggest supporters since the beginning. I'm very thankful to him.
We have a long history here in Web3 and in the digital art space since 2021, at least for us. I think as we go back that far, and right at the very beginning is my tenure here is when we met. I've been a sort of multifaceted artist, producer, music producer, and visual producer for the last 30 years, and most of my work is in music and music video, and JameX does a lot of animations. So we were well suited to collaborate together, and we did a lot of collaborations early on with our friend Gummy LSD. And we in fact have kept that collaboration going even as recently as the latest Gen 48 runway competition, where the three of us participated as a team, creating a short cartoon that was directed and written by JameX. So it's just been really awesome. And like he said, it's about, making art with your friends digitally and remotely. And we don't even think about, I've gotten away from thinking about it too much transactionally, because that kind of kills the vibe for me. But I've always wanted to be a part of Stamps and Ordinals, although I've skirted it a little bit here. I'm on all the other chains, though.
You haven't tried any of those? You didn't make the Stamps or any Ordinals? Any?
I haven't made any.
Well,
because I could never figure it out, and my brain gets like stumped at the whole. It was a little bit back when, if you recall, I was probably asking you to help me figure or whatever.
I remember. You asked me about how to make them.
It's because I'm on so many chains and doing so many different. It's hard to be focused and diversified, even though I want to be there. I needed to what is really going to be, and again, for me, making the art is more fun than trying to figure out where to put it.
But remember, but you have to make a stamp, man. I mean,
I know I should make a stamp.
I mean, if you don't do an ordinal, it's okay, but if a stamp, you have to do it. I mean, it's like from everything. So that's the next step. Everything we're doing on NFTs, the most likely thing to prevail at the end, it's stamps.
Okay, I'm gonna do one. That's that.
Yeah, at least make your name, like the Kush.
Yeah,
the Kush was here,
and it was becoming clear to me in this call today. Thanks for having me up, by the way. Because it was pretty interesting as I do think about this stuff. quite a bit. And that fact that they didn't become the
main thing, right? Like the next thing.
The main thing is probably a good thing for it. And I agree. And that's even another reason, point number 2, why I will go for it. And even if it takes a while, but I want to do it, step by step. I don't just rush into these things because it's Web3 and you can't just like do a lookup on Google and click a link, folks. That's for those of you out there that aren't familiar with all this, which doesn't look like there's anybody, but in case, yeah. Have someone onboard you directly with, links from trusted sources.
Oh yeah. Don't worry, I'll
Thank you.
I'll page you the links when it's necessary. Well, but we can do it. I guess we can do a stamps on Bitcoin Universe.
Oh,
by the way, I really like the.
Are you trying to get me excited? Is that what you're trying to do? Yeah, absolutely. You can do them on the bitcoinuniverse.io. Well, hey, you can stamp wherever you stamp, and then once you sell them, please come to the bitcoinuniverse.io to sell them. And I know you artists don't like selling your stuff, but too bad. So sad. Because we want to buy them. Yeah. Why? Because we want to be a part of the immutability. Do you understand how important that is to collectors? Like,
I like the point about immutability.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it, right? Multi-dimensional. What immutability? Can we talk about it?
Yeah, the word is beautiful.
Yeah, it got misused sometimes in the space, as we've seen. And
yeah, because we thought that art on NFTs was immutable since the beginning, right? It wasn't true, but
yeah, no, the immutability is so important. And so when you're looking to store your data, why not do it on chain? Don't do it on an Amazon web server, okay? Nike, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, or like that collection, right? The
RTF.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The Murakami collection disappeared, right? Like it's crazy. That's super crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a liability. I mean, yeah, of course, if you're gonna buy the ape for $10 and sell it for $1 million in 2 weeks, it's okay, I guess. You're not looking for immutability there, right?
Exactly, and there's some serious collectors here. But yeah, I would love to see meta mushrooms over on Stamp, and then I'd love it if more of the artists could come over to the bitcoinuniverse.io and upload your art for sale. Okay.
No, we have a Cachambo here too on the space. He's a really good artist, good friend. He should Cachambo, you should try a stamp too.
Oh my God, it's just a stamp fest.
It's forever.
You've heard of all type of festivals, but this is a stamp fest, people. Hey, Vinci, do you got a question as well? Vinci, do you got a question? DJ Alpha Game? You know Da Vinci too? You got a lot of friends.
No, I don't know him.
You don't know Vinci?
No, but cool name. Vinci.
Anyone else want to come up and step up to the microphone and ask a question?
Hey, JameX. Hey, Trudy.
Hey,
what's
Bitcoin
up?
8. Oh my God. Woo! People.
How are you doing?
Earthquake. We got the Bitcoin 8.
What's up? Great to hear you, Trudy, and great to see you and hear you again, JameX. How are you doing?
How you doing, man? All
very
good.
Great space. Very enjoy what you were saying, your story, and all the things you are still doing now. Very insane. Wow.
Thank you.
Love it.
Thank you. Well, we're here, still grinding.
Great to see you again, and hope to see you, in face-to-face one day, or in the NFT conference, or whatever. I hope to.
You live in France, right?
Yes, indeed. Right now I'm in France, and we'll enjoy. Welcome.
Yeah, no. I hope we have some excuse to visit you in France one day.
Cool.
Yeah, well,
so great to
come down to Mexico, to come to Vegas for the.
Sure, I'm coming for the World Cup. I will be there.
Oh,
in Mexico,
really?
US, Canada. Yeah, I'm coming.
Oh, wow. Well, that's gonna be fun.
So we'll be there. I hope to see you there, you, Trudy, and all the people in the US, Mexico, Canada really enjoy.
Yeah, maybe probably we can have a beer. I mean, you're gonna be in my city for sure.
Yeah, sure.
I'll
Thank
come
you
to
very
Mexico
much.
too.
Thank you.
Heck, why not?
Sorry.
I'll be in Mexico too. Why not?
Oh, really? Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Well, Mexico City was like popular place to visit in this couple of years, right?
So very cool to hear you and still there, and exciting for this great space as always with Trudy and you, JameX. And yes, folks, feel free to support JameX, all the stamps artists. What he's doing is quite great. He's one of the stamp OG, by the way. So quite good to collate these his art on stamps. So one of the great stampers for me, and like to collect his art, by the way.
In some point, people is gonna start collecting stamps as like crazy. Maybe we're gonna be dead, but it's okay.
Hey, we not worried. We not scared. We know
Yeah,
value.
Yeah.
We know
The
value when we see value.
Yeah, stamps are made for the future.
And we love your art, I love your art, by the way,
Thanks.
whatever,
Thanks, man.
like to collect it, and and enjoying to talk about you to friends, families, and all around all the artists I know, and talking about JameX and your art, by the way. And I hope to see you in maybe digital or maybe physical, like agency, and see your art maybe in a museum or whatever. It would be very great. I
Yeah,
really
it would be
enjoy.
amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
that was.
I hope to see you there one time.
Thank you,
in the
man.
future.
No, it was amazing. Like this adventure of being on NFTs, like. And suddenly, I mean, I participated in some galleries, and when you go to see your art on the big screens or the art galleries, it's super rewarding. It's like a fun adventure, right?
Definitely.
More if I wasn't expecting to do this. Like, I was expecting to have a job and have I don't know, a van, an SUV, and go to work every day.
Hopefully, I have to connect you with some, French artists here, and like gallery, and let's DM me, and
Sure,
we can
man.
talk together, and
Oh man,
that's why not to organize something around your art, by the way.
Sure, sounds amazing. Love it.
Sure.
Well, peeps, if you've got more questions, because we want to thank JameX, and I have to wrap it up with some really weird questions, because we don't ever let the artists go without a little bit of weird. Yes, we must get weird. JameX, are you okay if we get weird a little bit?
Sure.
Okay, let me just do a last call for JameX. Alcohol, heart,
I mean,
peeps.
Being weird is a very broad concept.
Oh, it gets really weird over here with Trudeeart, let me tell you. So want to thank everyone for coming out here, and it's time for the round of weird. But anyone else have a question that they'd like to ask JameX?
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, let's get it. We got to get weird. Round of weird. Okay, so JameX, if you could be a cartoon, what cartoon would you be and why?
Good question. Like a cartoon that we all know.
We don't have to know it. It's what
Well,
this is about you, sir. Don't worry about us. We just want more of you. We're here for you.
What cartoon would I be?
And why?
And why? Ooh, I don't know. I need to think about it. I don't know why I thought about Rick Sanchez. I mean, because he's the smartest person in the universe and he can do everything, right? Like, but he's also in a lot of pain. So I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know which one to choose. I need to think about it. I'm gonna choose. Well, because you cannot choose a character that like had a bad time, right? That would be on why. I'm gonna say I would be one of the guys from the Metalocalypse cartoon. Because they have fun. That's it.
Peeps, keep notes here, okay? Keep notes because we're gonna still head on with the weird. So because they have fun, is that it?
Yeah, because they have a good time.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, let's get a little bit more weird. Okay, let's take you someplace that you've never been before. Let's go underwater. If you could, you could be a mammal. What mammal would you be and why?
From the sea?
Absolutely.
I think I would be a shark.
Ooh. I want. Well, hey, I don't know who's doing the effects, but I love it. I want, like, at least, if you can, sir. Okay, I know I'm asking a lot, but 3 reasons why you would be a shark.
Well, sharks are less chased by fishermen, I guess.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of sharks in the sea, and they can swim super fast, and they have a cool design. I don't know. Yeah, because for example, you could choose a dolphin because they're smart, and but if you're a dolphin, you're subject of interest for humans.
So if you're a dolphin, can you run that back at me?
Yeah, if you're a dolphin, humans have some interest in you, so you can get caught, or you can get like. And if you're a shark, nobody cares about you.
Interesting, people.
I guess I'm choosing the chances of survival.
Interesting. Okay. Okay, so let me get what any other thing that you want to mention on that?
No.
No, that's good. Okay, let's go someplace else. If you could design the ideal scenario for yourself in 5 years, what would it look like? That's not a weird question. That's a good question. But I'm going to leave us with some really interesting things that we've just found out about you, okay? But if you could design the ideal scenario for you 5 years from now, what does it look like?
Well, no, I think I have everything I need and want, and if the things can stay this way a little, that would be nice. Stability would be nice. Maybe have a better income would be nice too. Like, sure, but healthy. If I can be healthy in 5 years, that would be great.
Okay. So very interesting. You are consistent, okay? You are consistent because what we just learned here is that dolphins are 9 to 5ers. You're not interested in being a 9 to 5er, okay? You're not interested in being captured for your time and energy by the humans.
Okay. Yeah. I don't want to work in a hotel in Cancun.
Okay. And the shark gets to roam free. And the sharks don't have to worry about being captured again by the fishermen. Like, it's interesting as you talk about these things because then I'm learning more about you. So we just have seen who you are. You are a free spirit. You are a free spirit who charts your own course, and you're interested in really just going out into the vastness of this weird world that we called art and just doing your own thing. And it looks like you want stability. And I certainly hope you get it. And people, go and follow JameX. Go and follow JameX. Go and check out his website. Again, I'm going to share the website with you, jamex.cargo.site. go to the Nakamoto Stamp Index, check out index number 1, go to stamp.ninja, pick up one of his stamps. He will be coming soon to the bitcoinuniverse.io, and go and check out the bitcoinuniverse.io. The stamps are uploaded there. And if you happen to be in Vegas, or if you're going, JameX will have a booth there May 27 to 29.
Yeah, look for it. If you see a NASIC Genesis booth, that's me.
Exactly. So I want to thank you so much for getting a little weird with me, but you know what? It all made sense. It wasn't that bad. I want to thank you for your time, for your energy, and for just coming out here and sharing your story with us. How cool is that?
Thanks everyone. Thanks everyone that joined us.
And you know what? For getting some newcomers to Stamp, hey, I want to shout out here, Meta Mushroom. I hope you're coming, sir. I really do.
You gotta do it, Kush.
I hope you're gonna get your stamp on, okay?
Thanks. Thanks. I appreciate that.
See,
cool.
He's getting ready. Thank you, everyone that came out. Have yourself a great day. And this will probably go on YouTube, so you can keep sharing it. And damn, you know what? Let's check out the price of Bitcoin before we leave. Holy crap. If you don't have your stamp today, get them in, because Bitcoin is freaking flying. It's flying, okay?
What happened? It's over 9 already?
Well, we're at 107 right now, but stay tuned, because I think we're going past
to $1 million tomorrow.
Maybe not tomorrow, but I tell you, I think by the summer, by all accounts, it'll probably be at 2. And this is just based on what some of the bigger names. So
2 million or 200,000?
200,000.
Oh, okay.
200,000. We'll be at $1 million more than likely within the next
5 years.
half a decade. Yeah. But 200,000.
I like the idea of 1 million per week.
Yeah. So start stacking and get your art. Okay.
Yeah. Get all the hammocks art, please.
Thank you. And I really appreciate you, sir.
Thanks a lot. It was great. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye.
God, there's so much clapping. Do I have to sing us out of here? I will sing, people. Like, my God. Okay, here goes. We are the Stampions, my friend. We'll keep on stamping. We don't get pruned. Okay, I'm sorry. We're out. Bye-bye.
We are the Stampions? Did you say we are the Stampions?
I did. We are the...
Oh, my God.
What?
I love that.
What do you...
I was ready to go for the whole thing, the whole chorus.
I said we would end off with weird, and we didn't get weird enough. So here we go. Everybody, unmute yourself. Let's get it. This is going to be the national anthem. I don't care if you're at work. I don't care if you're out in the garden. I don't care where you are. We're gonna sing it. Okay. Get ready. Got it? Let's go. Who's with me?
Woo! All right.
Okay.
Woo!
Just we're gonna do the chorus. Just the chorus. Are you ready?
Next week we'll have all the lyrics.
Okay, but for now, let's go. We are the
Champions,
my friend, and we'll keep on
stamping
till the end.
Stamping.
We are
the Stampions.
We
are the Stampions. No time for other chains, because we are the
Stampers
of the world.
of Bitcoin.
of
A Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
Oh my God, a Bitcoin.
Woo!
Damn. I'm sorry. Oh shit. Dude.
I said by next week we'll have it all worked out. It's okay. That was a good first run. This is live on. We're creating in real time.
Oh my God. We have a theme song. Get the word out there. This is weird. We have a theme song and we'll get all the lyrics out to everybody. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.